How y'all doing? Welcome to the machine. This is a section of the Grace Commission Online Church that helps you grow in your comprehension of God's holiness and your conduct with others. So today, we're going to discuss the weaker vessel and how we consider pleasing Him as we understand more. So let me ask you, fellas, have any of these phrases ever been said to you? How can you not know that you need to say, "I love you" every day? I feel like I have to do everything around here. I feel like we're basically roommates. I'm afraid when the kids leave, there'll be nothing left for us to live together for. Do you need therapy to deal with your detachment issues? These are phrases I've heard from time to time as I wanted to be considerate living with my wife and treating her as the weaker vessel. As I spent the majority of my marriage understanding this in one way, I recently found that I would benefit greatly from approaching this understanding from a different angle. One day I was reading over 1 Peter 3:7, again for the 100th time, looking for a direction that I haven't seen before and how to do this more effectively. It's a shame it took me over 15 years, but on this one particular day, I saw something that changed my approach for the better in loving my wife as the weaker vessel. Now, the way I've always considered this before is sort of viewing myself as a cactus. You know, I'm hardy. I'm a plant that doesn't need a whole lot of hand-holding, cradling, tender loving care. You know, I'm pretty self-sufficient as long as I get a little water from time to time. And so naturally, with my wife being a weaker vessel, I'm thinking she's also a cactus, just slightly weaker than I am with the same requirements. So therefore, I conduct myself in this fashion, treating her as I would treat myself, not realizing that this is not what's going to go well for her or going to work for her on an ongoing basis. Again, I was reading 1 Peter 3, verse 7, and I looked at some of the other translations of that verse and came across a different wording used for weaker. And that was the word delicate. And seeing this, I took a second to think, and it hit me. That's what I'm missing. I've been looking at this thing all wrong, all along, and the two of us have been paying for it dearly as a result. All this time, I was thinking that she's a cactus just like me, but slightly weaker. But in actuality, maybe, or she may be weaker than that. Now, hear me out, sisters, before you start freaking out, because I'm about to give you a compliment. So I said to myself, I may be plain looking, or I may be a plain looking cactus that doesn't need much daily attention. And she, instead of looking like a smaller version of the same cactus, she may be more like a beautiful but delicate orchid that requires daily, tender loving care on an ongoing basis. Where a cactus only needs a bucket of water thrown at its base once a week, that beautiful, delicate orchid needs to be cared for gently. Meaning, instead of a bucket of water harshly thrown at its base, it's spritzed with water spray instead on its petals. It's given fertilizer in the soil nearby its roots to encourage nutrients to quickly be absorbed and promote fine growth. It's kept out of harsh rays of the desert sun to be placed under soft, gentle lighting that won't scorch its surface or dry out its insides. These, amongst other things, would help to present its beauty to yourself and others as an appreciated, prized gift from God. Thinking about her in this way helps to fight against taking all day to be encouraging every day, which is where a lot of us guys fall short. So to help with this, I'm going to give you a few practicals, okay? One would be to hug her every day. The other, say I love you every day. Share a scripture that helps her to feel better about herself every day. Every day, come up with a different way to make her laugh. It's harder than you think. Do something around the house every day, not so that she can say, I do things too, but so she doesn't have to think about even doing them that day. Believe me, there is a subtle difference. To start with, would be the difference in your attitude. And my most favorite one is whenever you respond to her, respond concentrating on being holy because he's holy as you focus on pleasing him. Remember, the barometer that determines the proper daily maintenance of your delicate flower is the amount of self-denial you exhibit as you issue out love trying to please him. So on a daily basis, you ask yourself, have I issued out patience today? Have I issued out kindness today? Have I been polite today? Have I considered what she's interested in today? Did I control my anger today? Did I protect her today? And did I try to do these things time and time again today, not just once? If your answer is no to any of these, you need to find a way to do something else and not put it on her. So, yeah, fellas, that's about it in a nutshell. If you think this would be helpful to someone you know, like the video and subscribe to the channel. And let's help our brothers out there put their best foot forward. Talk to y'all later.